So I know when you heard the presentation, one thing that kind of sticks out about this project, and that is it was a perfect storm of a project. Not only did they choose Bardstown in Nelson County, our industrial park, which we have a rendering of over here, to locate their facility, they're using local contractors, local services, and local people. So we will not only be employing Nelson Countyans and local people at this facility, but we will be putting a lot more people to work too during the construction project. And that makes a perfect storm of a project, and we want to thank them for choosing these local, it's all about local, buy local, stay local, and we appreciate the company for doing that. Thank you all very much. Well, the sign of a great community starts at the top, with the leaders who get it, those who understand what it takes to be successful in this ever-competitive world of economic development. And I'm lucky to work with two very seasoned leaders who know how to work with me to convince a company that Bardstown in Nelson County should be their new Kentucky home. And we kind of laugh now because during our meetings with David and Garnett, Garnett would tell you that Mayor was the charmer. And the judge was a savvy negotiator. So between the two of them, I just sat back and watched it all. And it worked, and it brought us here today to where we are. And I want to personally thank both these gentlemen for working side by side and having the savviness to be able to be here today. I'm going to ask them both to come up and say a few words. And Mayor Shekels, if you'd like to join us.
I haven't been addressed as a charmer in a lot of publications here lately, but I'll take all the compliments I can get, so thank you. But on behalf of the City of Bardstown, our City Council, we work diligently and we work fast. I've been accused of moving things along a little bit too fast, but in this particular case, it worked out the best for everybody. I kind of joke about it when we were in this negotiation over land prices and acreage in our industrial park. I have to work on the judge a little bit. He's not that great of a negotiator yet, but I do this every day in my day-to-day job, so I do this every day. So he's not quite as seasoned as I am on this negotiation part. So it was really kind of comical because Judge was kind of excited about selling this property in the industrial park, and I was just kind of laid back a little bit, listening to what David and Garnett and Jeff had to say. And they came back. They originally came in and wanted to buy X amount of acres, and then they came back and they wanted to double that. So I'm really sitting back now watching to see what's happening. So they make their pitch, and I'm leaning back in my chair, and I'm not too excited about it yet. Really, I was excited, but they didn't need to know I was excited about it. So as the deal came along, I moved closer to the front of my chair, and we kind of worked things out. We had to take the judge back in the back room a little bit and let him sit back there, and he wanted to go take the first bite, but we eventually worked this out where it was beneficial to all parties involved, and I'm excited about that. So that day when I was dealing with Garnett and David, I didn't seem too excited, but today I'm really excited. So we want to welcome the Bardstown Bourbon Company, our new queen of marketing, Ms. Garnett Black, and our new Prince of Bourbon to our Bourbon Kingdom. And we want to make sure that they stay here and join the other members of our Bourbon Kingdom and continue to make Bardstown the bourbon capital of the world. Thank you.
The mayor didn't get too excited in those negotiations because he wasn't holding the note on the farm. Right, Mayor? Thank you for that, too. I was telling somebody earlier today, today is for an elected official sort of like a Super Bowl Thursday. It's not Sunday, but it's sort of like Super Bowl Thursday. The excitement's in the air. and we're very grateful for you folks being here today. As we make history today, allow me to first thank the Governor for his support of our new distillery project, and further thank the Governor for his support of the bourbon industry as a whole. David Mendel, Garnett Black, Stephen Alley, and your team, I want to thank you for choosing our community for your new distillery. We are proud of our rich history in the art of making bourbon, mostly legal, a little bit of the illegal kind every once in a while. Nelson County is home to approximately 40% of the bourbon stored in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The history, tourism, and employment opportunities involving the bourbon industry make Nelson County the bourbon capital of the world. Both city and county governments have opened the door of opportunity and growth within the industry. I want to thank the county magistrates who are here today for their forward thinking and support on this project. I want to thank the mayor and the city council as well for their support and cooperation. I am here today to pledge our community's support to the Bardstown Bourbon Company, not just today, but going forward as a team to ensure the success and profitability of our new community partner. We wish you much success, and may God bless your project.
Now, when the mayor was talking, you always heard Paul Harvey, the rest of the story. He didn't elaborate on all of it. The cat's out. It's approved now. The cat's out of the bag. So we're going to tell the story now. So when we're negotiating the price of the land and doing all this, we're sitting in our conference room and we're being very stern and we have our poker face on. We said, give us a moment. We're going to step away and go into my office and talk about it. We stepped away, went in our office, talked about it, and within 5 seconds decided, yes, this is a good deal. We start walking and the mayor says, no, we got to sit here for a while. They'll think we gave in too early. He is a car salesman. He understands these things. So we had to sit back down and look out the window and twiddle our thumbs. I think we played a round of cards or something, and we looked at the mayor and said, okay now? He said, yeah, I think it's okay now. Then we came back in there. So that is the rest of the story. Now, we talked about the location a little bit, and talking with the company last night, I get real excited because it's going to be a gateway. We all talk about our wonderful gateways into our community, and Bardstown is very fortunate with the beauty that we have around here. When you all have an opportunity to come see the rendering, also come over and look at the industrial park plat and see the land they're going to be located on. They're going to be in the Nelson County Industrial Park. They're going to be located on the Bluegrass Parkway at the exit. What's good about this? The gateway coming in from that part of town will be this distillery. It will be what you see. You will see it from the day, you will see it at night. They've got some lighting concepts. It's going to be an incredible gateway into the bourbon capital of the world. And very innovative, and we're excited that we're going to have something that special peppered up and down the entrance to the bourbon capital of the world. So thank you all for choosing that location and for adding to our bourbon aura and our ambiance that we have here. We have a lot of our distillery friends here, and I thank you all for coming, and I thank you for welcoming this new company into your family of Nelson County distilleries. I also want to thank my Bardstown Industrial Development Board who supported us through this process, supported the mayor, and supported the judge and myself through this process, and it has been a wonderful, wonderful process. A lot of you all are responsible for us getting here, but many more of you all are going to be responsible for us getting to the next phase of this. There's going to be constructions, there's going to be more parties, we hope to do more groundbreakings, and we talked about last night, the party will continue until we start distilling that first barrel of bourbon. So it's going to be a fun ride. David and Garnett and Dan and the whole family of the Bardstown Bourbon Company, we look forward to every minute of you all being here in our community. Thank you all. So I know we have some things that we would like to give before we close out today. And David, if you would like to be in charge. I didn't know if, Garnett, are you coming up as well? And Dan?
So just on behalf of the Bardstown Bourbon Company, again, just for our as a token of our appreciation we have for each one of you, and to display in your offices the barrelhead for the Bardstown Bourbon Company to signify everything that you did to help us get here today. Thank you very much.
Well, in closing, you know, you can't have an event without having some good Bardstown, Nelson County bourbon to enjoy after an event. We want to thank you all for coming. We want to thank the company once again, the Bardstown Bourbon Company, for selecting Bardstown and Nelson County as a site for their new distillery. You will be hearing more about what's going to be going on here, and we really appreciate the support yet from the City Council, the Fiscal Court, the BIDC, and everyone who made this day possible. And Governor, we want to get you back much more often this year. So we've got some more things coming down the pike, so get your schedule out, and hopefully you will be here. Thank you for coming. The Rick House is catering some drinks and some hors d'oeuvres for us. Please stick around. We would love for you to meet the company officials here. Introduce yourselves to them. We're going to be around for a while. Have a couple special summer cocktails we're having. It's a party because Bardstown Bourbon Company has chosen us. You all have a good day, and thank you again for coming.